And man, I gotta say, man, you know, growing up as a kid, man, I really, you were one of my role models, man. You know that
I appreciate it.
you
Just
cut my
trying to,
hair. Do you remember?
yeah, yeah.
Still cut hair?
Um, very infrequently, only when needed. So as you can see, I don't have any, so there's no need to.
Oh, yeah, right. Uh, you actually, you got me into comic books, man. You know,
Yeah,
you bought me my first comic book. It was a War Machine.
really.
I don't
Okay.
I don't have it anymore, but
But I could.
we got to get into that, but we'll get into that later. But I remember when you took me to the Comic Con, my first time ever going to a Comic Con. Me, JP, I don't know who else it was. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But there was so many people, and it only took 1 second. We turned around, and you were gone. You know.
Hey, that's my element. So
I
yeah,
remember it like it was yesterday, man. And how old was I, man? Like what, 9 or 10 or something? I don't know.
probably had to be somewhere around there, maybe preteens.
No. It definitely wasn't preteen. But we went up to an adult, somebody that worked there, and they had like a lost and found area, right? So they took us in there. It was like other kids there too. Like they got lost too, you know. And they asked us, okay, so who did you come here with? And we said David Dixon, So they got on the page
Yeah.
here, Mr. David Dixon, please come to the. So he came and got us. Then we got in the car and left. He said that was the most embarrassing moment of your life. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. Like, where'd y'all go?
No,
What's your thoughts on the MCU, and the DC cinematic universe, and which one do you think is better in your opinion?
You talking about live action?
Yeah.
Marvel, MCU.
of course.
Animated DC got that on lock. I'm sorry, they do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Got it on lock. So I
Yeah.
can't. Now, do I have some issues with the lot? They're just minor things. I'm like, a lot of times, like Daredevil and Punisher were great.
Yeah.
Iron Fist, bruh. That the story was written. All you had to do was follow the story. That whole
Correct.
first season could have been how Danny lost his parents, found Kunlun, fought the dragon Shao Lao, and got the Iron Fist. Then you could have done everything else the second season. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I wanted to see him fight the dragon and get his Iron Fist. I'm like, this is bullshit.
But see,
So
I have to be honest with you. I never read the comic book for Iron Fist. You know,
bruh,
but they lost. I feel like they lost the opportunity because if the show was good enough, it could bring in new people
right,
and make it aware of that content.
right. That's what I'm saying. Every time you make it, you make
Like
a.
Moon Knight was awesome in my opinion.
That's what I have to watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I had never read not one Moon Knight comic book in my life. And now
I have a bunch of them. So yeah, I've always liked Moon Knight. But the new one with him in the suit with just the mask, they even have a comic. Man, that was one of the. That's what I'm saying. That was one of the greatest storylines. I'm saying if the stories are written, you can follow the story. You don't even have to really rewrite. You can. I know there's going to be a few changes, but you don't even have to work that hard. You have the stories.
Right. After you check that show out, call me and let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me
Okay.
know if you're watching it or not, you know.
As
Um,
what hey man, what you think about that new Batman movie? What's your thoughts on that?
I haven't seen it yet. I have to see it.
Oh,
But
need to watch. Man, listen. My thoughts is this. I give it 8 thumbs down. I did not like it. I did not like it, bro. I'm a comic fiend too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I read I had a cousin growing up, and he used to collect all the comic books, and he keep them in the plastic, all that. And he used to always he used to tell me, he used to say, before we leave the house, he said, man, don't mess with my comic books. And I wait for him for that bottom door to shut because it was a 2-family flat. And I'd be listening, and I go in his room. I read every one of them. You hear me? But I make sure I'm strategic with the pages and putting it back the correct way. But he still know because he'll come back home like, you messed with my comic books. I'd be like, no, I didn't. He's like, yes, you did. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I read them all. He had all the original ones, bro. Like, but the Batman, bro, it's just like, to me, DC tried to make things too realistic, if you ask me. I feel like when we going into the comic book realm in our mind, we don't mind fantasy. That's what we want to see. And I think that they got it twisted, DC. Like, they made Batman try to make it so real that they fucked it up. Like, you know
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, check it out. I want to go and let us know, bro, because we're gonna bring you back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they said. They said we wanted it like a murder mystery, like kind of real. You know, like what? Man, we don't mind fantasy, DC. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I said. Their animated stuff is off the chain.
Whoever do Marvel should do DC. They need to work a deal. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see that though, but yeah, because I just saw was it Spider-Man Far From Home not too long ago, and while that was great, I was just like, yeah, I don't know if I would have done the thing that, and I understand Spider-Man, you know, Peter Parker's Peter Parker, and why he does the things that he does. I was just like, the movie was great. The movie was great.
Yeah, it was. It was an awesome movie. It was. But for the simple fact, bro, they brought all the Spider-Man. Get it, bro. That's what made it awesome. Like, they could have did anything. Man, listen, but bringing all them Spider-Mans like that together, like, bro, that was epic, man. Like, I love that.
So what I don't understand is I kind of understand it, but I don't. But to me, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man is the whole backbone and blueprint of the MCU, right? And kill him off, and you know, it's got to reflect in the numbers a little bit. I mean, their movies are still doing good, their shows are still doing good, but every time I get on YouTube, I see another video of, oh, Robert Downey Jr. might return this way, or he might come back as an AI Tony Stark, or you know, there's a lot of anticipation building up.
Or Doctor Strange might pull him out another dimension or something.
Yeah. But even with that though, the thing is, does Robert Downey Jr. even want to play Tony Stark anymore? I'm not saying he wasn't a great Tony Stark. That's not what I'm saying.
Take a break. We know that.
That's understandable because you know he can get locked into Stark, even though he played that character extremely well. You know what I'm saying? So,
but like I told 3, you know, Iron Man died multiple times, as you well know, Dave, in the comic books.
Right? A bunch of people died in the comic books, and they brought them back. No one in DC and Marvel, no one really ever dies.
Right. Yeah, that's real. That's real. So they probably gonna bring them back. You know, they gotta probably bring Iron Man back. They have to, bro, because that's one of the main characters. Like, without Iron Man, who will dog? Listen.
Did you see Doctor Strange 2, Dave?
Not yet. I haven't seen that one. The one that just came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, the multiverse. No, I haven't seen it. I got to see that too.
You know, not to give anything away, but you know, they have an Illuminati in that movie. Okay.
Okay.
So if you know anything about Illuminati, you know Iron Man was a part of that group, right? And Aquaman and
You mean Submariner?
without telling you the movie, they kind of
You
took
mean
liberty.
Submariner, not Aquaman.
Yeah, Submariner. There you go. The expert corrected me. Look at that.
Right.
Hey, look, but they took liberties. They took liberties with the Illuminati, Dave.
Okay.
And they didn't include those characters. You
Okay.
know, like you said, everything is written, but they're going their own direction. It seems like, you know, with a lot of stuff.
I think there might be a either a Namor movie in the works or show or something where they introduce him. So a lot of people they haven't introduced yet. So,
but why not? Why bring out the Illuminati? Just wait until you introduce the characters. Then, you know, make it like the comic books.
Well, maybe
okay. How about this? They
that's
shouldn't have did Endgame then, because Endgame should have had way more superheroes in it. You know what I mean?
Civil War. The Civil War was a great movie, but the Civil War in the comic books had the X-Men in it.
It had a bunch of it had everybody in it, not just the Avengers. That's what I'm saying. The in the Infinity Gauntlet where that came from, all the superheroes like Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock, a bunch of other superheroes that they haven't even messed with was part of that. So that's what I'm saying. And I hear that they're supposed to be doing Adam Warlock in the next Guardians of the Galaxy. So hopefully, if they do it right, that might be off the chain. Because Adam Warlock is a great character in and of itself.
Yeah. What do you think about Disney's quote unquote campaign to kind of for like inclusion of trans characters and gay characters? What is your opinion on that?
I don't care. That's fine. I don't care. Because growing up, how about this? Growing up, what black characters really did we have? We had Luke Cage, who was a convict. We had
War Machine.
Huh?
War Machine.
War Machine came. That was Rhodey. That came later when you were a kid. I'm talking. See, I'm older than you, so
yeah.
Coming up in the 70s, you had Black Lightning, which was like one of the Black Lightning and Black Panther were like the few characters that weren't like criminals. Like Falcon was a criminal, Power Man was a criminal, Black Lightning and Black Panther were not. And Brother Voodoo was the only Haitian character that I was aware of, even as a child. So that's what I'm saying. It's like,
hence the voodoo, right?
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, whatever. But think those are the only, Black Vulcan on TV on the Super Friends, but we didn't have any black characters growing up. No, to.
Well, let me ask you this. Do we really need a black Superman? Do we really have to take characters and make them black? Everybody? Do we really got to do that?
No, I don't disagree with that. We don't have to. But again, we're talking about a multiverse. So Black Superman came from a planet where there was just black people. So the whole Justice League was black. Batman, Wonder Woman. I got the comic book. So
man, I ain't know that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's a multiverse thing. So I get it. You're gonna have different, just like Captain Carrot and the Zoo Crew was from a planet that was all animals. So that was their version of the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. You can do anything in a multiverse. But I agree. Even though I like Miles Morales, did you have to make a black Spider-Man? No. But was his character cool? Yes, because he had different type of powers.
You could argue that he's more powerful than Spider-Man too.
You could.
Based on the video game, at least,
Well, he can turn invisible. He has the shot.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. I liked his character because it was the same, but it was different. But again, there are Black comics out there, Black independent comics that are developing their own characters. Hopefully they'll get I know a few are I want to say Harriet Tubman, the Demon Slayer, is about to get their own show, and that's made by a Black guy. Let me see if I got the book. Now, hold on just a second. Let me see where I put that.
Did you say Harriet Tubman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, it just registered in my slow ass brain.
That's what he said.
The Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give a plug.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, who drew that?
That's what's up.
Cuz, who drew that? Who drew that,
I
cuz?
like that.
Let me see. I know David Clownson is the writer and he created it. Let me see who drew it. Cortland L. Ellis.
That's what's up. I
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like you got, huh?
I need you, if you don't mind, to send me some of your work. But when did you start drawing? At what age?
Like
And how did you
5,
know? How did you know?
4,
Go ahead.
probably about 4. How did I know that that's something I wanted to do?
Yeah.
Because I love superheroes. I love drawing, just like any kid. You know what I'm saying?
You still have some of your earlier work from back in the day when you started?
I have a couple that my mom saved.
Okay.
So I don't have many. Because as a kid, you just drawing away. So
At what age did your sketches and stuff started developing to the point where people was like, oh wow, you did that? Did it start early or did it come like later after you developed?
probably my teenage years, like high school.
Mm-hmm.
So but still I didn't, high school, you know how you are in high school, you try to fit in, you try to, I was always the nerd, but so I tried to distance myself from that in high school. So I didn't draw as much, but I still drew. And then as an adult, I still wanted to draw comics. I knew that, but I didn't put the time in. And then as an adult, I started putting more time in. So as with anything, you got to put the time in.
Right. Yeah.
So with your work, do you still have, plans on maybe, one day bringing your whole comic structure to life, as far as on the big screen or a sitcom, or you know what I mean?
You know what? I do, but I don't think my character would probably be big screen. That would be sweet, but I always envisioned mine as more like the anime type deal, cartoon type deal, like Black Dynamite, Boondocks type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That
Yeah.
type.
Okay.
Or I should say Afro Samurai. That if I can get it like that, that would be sweet to me.
Okay. So how many characters would you say that you developed?
I've developed a bunch of them, but I only have one that I'm actually doing right now.
Okay.
And that's Shrike. Let me get this.
Send it to me later, and I'll put it.
Okay.
No, he can show it. He can show it.
Go ahead, show it.
Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can grab it. This guy.
Oh, he's sweet. Damn, he's sweet.
I told you 3.
He's sweet, bro. God.
That looks like a real comic book, don't it?
It is actually a real comic.
Yeah, he's sweet.
I mean,
boy.
like,
Right.
Is it published?
When I went down, my coworkers got like 20 of them published for a fundraiser for me. So not officially.
Yeah.
That is nice, man.
Appreciate you.
You're the reason why I started drawing. Dave.
Yeah, I still got the karate squid. I still got it.
Right.
Hey, listen.
Weird, baby.
Hey, listen, Dave.
What's up?
I'm gonna ask you a question, but let me preface it first.
Okay.
Just have a little bit of patience with me. But when I started on a graphic novel a few years ago,
Okay.
which is still in the works. My problem is that you know, I make changes to it constantly, and then as I'm working on it, I noticed that when I was about 60% done, my drawing skills started to get a little better. And I'm looking at the stuff previous to that, and I'm like, oh, I can do that better. Now I got to start over, and it's like I'm constantly improving while I'm working on a thing, and I'm constantly getting new ideas too, which I'm incorporating into it, which is taking it even that much longer. So what's your approach, and how do you deal with things like that when you write and when you develop a story,
Well, you're going to improve as the comic progresses because you're drawing. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's not the same artwork though. You know what I mean? It's like a different level. Like
now, if time has progressed between when you started and the page that you're at right now, I would say just don't worry about the other stuff at the beginning. Just keep on progressing, because you're gonna keep progressing and then you're never gonna get it done because you're gonna keep progressing and you're gonna keep going back.
Right.
It's gonna be that vicious cycle. So just continue on, finish it.
Have you ran into that problem?
Yeah, I've run into that problem. And I've actually done pages or panels over, but I try not to go back and do like whole pages over. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's just something aesthetically wrong, like this angle or whatever. That's one thing. Doing different angles and saying, hey, this doesn't flow right is one thing. But just doing it because, hey, this stuff here looks slightly better than this stuff, you're always going to be drawing, you know what I'm saying, the same book and never going to finish it. So my advice to you is finish it, get to the end, and if it's really that much different, then what you may want to do is just hire an artist and have them do the whole thing. That way you can make changes however you want to, but the artworks are going to be consistent. That would be the only other, if you're trying to do it yourself, then finish it and just publish it.
I'd rather have my big cousin help me than hire an artist,
Well, your cousin's still going to charge you.
No family discount?
You get the family discount, but it's still going to be a charge. So,
yeah, I know your time is valuable.
That's right.
Hey, Three, you got any more questions, man? We're gonna wrap this up.
No, I just, I'm happy to have him as a guest, man, and his knowledge, man, is, I appreciate his knowledge and his opinions on everything, man. And thank you for being on the show, bro. I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Big Cuz, for taking the time out. I appreciate it. I know your time is valuable. I'll be sending you the link.
I'll shoot you those. I'll shoot you those pictures. Just let me know where you want me to send them.
Please. And what's the name of your comic book? If anybody is it online?
Not just yet. Not just yet. I'll shoot you all that information in the email. But I'm working to try to get everything together because that, like I said, that was like a fundraiser thing that my coworkers did. Because the comic was finished, colored, lettered, everything. And right before I went down, that was my plan to do a short print run, and they did that for a fundraiser. So when I was down, so I appreciate that.
Well, good to have you, sir. Thank you very much. See you around. I'll be calling you.
All right, cuz.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Peace out.
Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost y'all a penny to do that. Like, share, and subscribe.